Good afternoon, friends. Today I am going to conduct the lecture on ISO 9000 and ISO 14000 guidelines. Myself, Amruta Chandrakant Benkude. So, ISO means International Organization for Standardization. Means it is named as ISO, abbreviated as ISO, but actually its long form is International Organization for Standardization. There are mainly two types of ISO bodies, certification bodies, that is ISO 9000 and ISO 14000. ISO 9000 is related with the quality of the product, and ISO 14000 is related with the environment parameters of that industry. So, introduction. ISO stands for International Organization for Standards and it's abbreviated as ISO. ISO is derived from the Greek letter which means equal. ISO consists of 25 members representing each from different countries. Means there are total 25 members of ISO, one from each country. ISO members are divided mainly into three categories such as member category, correspondent member and subscriber members. The technical committee of ISO consists of experts from industrial, technical and business sector. Bureau of Indian Standard is the Indian representative of ISO. ISO and IES, that is International Electrotechnical Commission, operate jointly as a single system. ISO 9000 guidelines. There are various series of ISO 9000. First is ISO 9000. This provide guideline on selection and use of quality management and quality assurance standards. ISO 9001, it has 20 elements including design, development, production, installation and servicing. ISO 9002, it covers all 18 elements from 9001 except design and development. This is applicable for units excluding R&D function, that is research and development. ISO 9003, it has 12 elements covering final inspection and testing for the laboratories and warehouse. Means relating with the auditing, relating with the inspection or testing of the laboratories as well as the warehouse means storage areas. The ISO 9000 guidelines are related with them. And ISO 9004, these provide guidelines to interpret the quality management and quality assurance. Benefits of ISO 9000, it motivates the exports, it sets a baseline, it focuses on the training and professional development, establishes recognized standard for government procurement, sets general market procedure for regulatory health and safety, increases motivation, quality awareness, improves efficiency and reduces the rework. There are various elements of ISO 9000 such as mainly there are 8 elements of ISO 9000. First, customer focus means it is one of the important element in ISO 9000 registration because it is very important to understand the need of customer and to satisfy them. With the knowledge of customer needs, resources can be appropriately utilized and quality of product can be achieved effectively. Means first thing is that the product is said as a good quality if the customer finds it satisfactory. So first of all, to identify the need of the customer and to develop the product such a way that it satisfies the customer is the first element of ISO, that is customer focus. Second is good leadership, means each team needs a good leader to establish unity and direction in the business environment. The leader should have the knowledge and skill. Leader should motivate the employees working under him to achieve the target. A successful leader helps to minimize the miscommunication within the department. Third element of ISO is involvement of a people. That is, each and every personnel working in the industry should be involved in completing the project. This will tend towards innovation and creativity and utilize their full abilities to complete a project. Means each and every person, right from the worker up to the manager, each and every person should be involved in the process so that their innovative ideas can be utilized and the product of a good quality can be obtained, which can satisfy the customer, which will give the quality of a product. Next is fourth one is a process approach to quality management. The best results are achieved when all the available resources are utilized to perform the activity. If the process is controlled, as whole management can focus on the goals that are important to the big picture and prioritize the objectives to maximize the effectiveness. Means all the resources should be used to achieve the quality of a product. Next is the management system approach. Combining the management system correctly can result in effective and efficient management system. If the leaders are dedicated to the goals of organization, they will aid each other to improve the productivity. All the department heads should be positive to achieve the target, and they should motivate the employee working under them. Next is continual improvement. Means it should be the prime objective of every organization that they should do the continuous improvement in their product. If the improvement is done in each and every step of a life cycle of a product, that is buying of the raw material, its storage, its processing, manufacturing of formulation, checking its quality, assuring the quality, packaging, transport and marketing, the quality is checked at different steps, that is quality of raw material, in process quality control, quality of finished product, and necessary changes and improvement is done to avoid the bad quality of finished product. It helps to reduce the wastage of time and cost during product formulation. Example, if we want to prepare tablet, then pre-compression evaluation test like angle of repose, for flowability, etc. are done. And if flowability is found poor, glidant are added. Post compression evaluation like hardness are done. If it is found low, then necessary improvement like addition of binder are done to achieve the desired hardness. So in this way, the continuous improvement should be done in each and every step of the formulation of the product. Next is factual approach to decision making. Effective decisions are based on analysis and interpretation of information and data. This will help the company to demonstrate the effectiveness of the past decisions. And last is the supplier relationship. There should be a single supplier and relationship with that supplier should be close so that he will provide standard quality of raw materials and hence good quality of a product will be achieved. A supplier will be quick to react when a business need to customer needs or market changes. By interaction with the supplier, organization will be able to optimize the resources and the cost. So these are the 8 main elements of ISO 9000. Other than this, there are other elements of ISO 9000 which also affects the quality of a product. So first one is the management responsibility. General responsibility of a company management like quality policy, organization and management review must be clearly defined. Second is quality system. It should be established, documented, implemented and maintained as per ISO. Contract review. You must have procedure for ensuring that what is expected from you is adequately defined and documented. Next is design control. You must have procedure for controlling and verifying the design outputs to ensure that specified requirements will be met. Document control. You must have defined procedure to control all documents, reviews, approval, and changes to ensure the right level of information is available to the right person at right time. Master list of current documents should be maintained. Purchasing. Before purchasing, you must ensure that part used in the production of product meets the standard quality. Customer supplied products. You must have procedure for verification, safe storage, maintenance of product or parts provided by the customer to be included in the product. Product identification and traceability. There must be procedure for identifying and tracing the product during all stages like production, delivery and installation. Process control. You must carry out procedure under controlled condition including monitoring progress, approval of processes and equipments, etc. Inspection and testing. Testing and identification should be done according to the procedure and records should be maintained. Inspection, measuring and test equipment. You must control, calibrate and maintain inspection, measuring and test equipment. Inspection and test setting status. You must be able to identify the test status of the product throughout the process. Control of non-conforming products. You must have procedure to control the product which does not satisfy the specified requirements. Next, corrective action. You must have procedure to investigate the cause of problem and ensure the corrective action to prevent recurrences. Handling, storage, packaging and delivery. You must have a good system for storage and controlling the various parts that will compose your product during product development and through product delivery. Quality records. You must identify and keep records to demonstrate achievement of a product quality and effective operation of your quality system. Internal quality audits. You must plan and carry out internal quality audit by qualified individuals to verify you are doing what you say you are doing and determine the effectiveness of your quality system. Training, you must identify the training needs of the people and provide the required training, and you should keep the records of the same. Servicing, you must have procedure for servicing your product when this requirement is specified in the contract. So these are all the elements of the ISO 9000, and if we look into all these elements, if we perform these elements, we maintain the records of the same, we inspect all the process, we take the necessary corrective actions on them, we take the raw materials of a good quality, we uh, purchase the product from the of good quality, we manage our responsibilities, then ultimately the product will be of a good quality. Next is steps in ISO 9000 registration. ISO 9000 registration process includes following step. First is identification of key driver. Second is obtaining the standard. Third, defining the strategy. Fourth, planning and availability of the resources for developing the quality management system. Next, understanding the process, determining the training needs, developing management system documentation, implementing quality management system, pre-assessment, audit and certification. So first is the identification of a key driver. This step is done at a senior management level to implement the quality management system. It includes drivers like improved awareness of the performance, need for continuous improvement and customer requirement. Means here we are identifying that what parameters will affect our quality of a product. Okay, second is obtaining the standards, means purchase the copy of a standard of ISO 9000 related to your sector from the links available on the internet. Defining the strategy means a commitment is required from the senior management on defining the strategy for successful implementation of a quality management system. It starts from formal documentation, quality policy followed by objectives. Continuous improvement should be ensured. Next is planning and availability of the resources for developing the quality management system. Required resources should be made available and plans should be prepared and implemented time to time. Responsibility should be shared among the team members, and not only the quality manager is responsible for the project plan and implementation. The plan should be prepared and reviewed by the senior management. Responsibilities of the quality management system and quality management representative should be identified clearly. Next is the understanding processes. It is a process of formally describing the interaction between the process within the management system. Process map should be prepared and implemented. Process map should include following key process such as resources, control, documentation, records needed to meet the customer requirement. No areas or interaction should be missed from the process map. The process map should be used, reviewed and updated regularly. Next is determining the training needs, means number of competence requirement for employees, team leaders, auditors are necessary to achieve the quality product. Competence requirement include workshop, seminar and different courses. They should be provided so that the employees can work correctly. Next, developing the management system documentation. There are 6 documented procedures required by ISO 9000 and all those should be identified by the organization. Procedure should also include the name of a person who will perform that procedure. The records of all the procedures should be documented. Implementing quality management system. Quality management system should be properly implemented, measured and recorded by the internal audit. It helps to identify the suitability, adequacy and effectiveness of the process. Any corrective and preventive action should be identified, progressed and recorded. Pre-assessment audit should be done or gap analysis is required to identify any gap between the standard required by the quality management system and actual existing organization process. Last point is the certification. It is an on-site document and readiness review at head office, and certificate is awarded after completion of a step 2 audit. In short, first of all, we should identify that what parameters will affect the quality of a product. We should obtain the standards as per the ISO from the ISO website. We should define the strategy, means what we want to achieve, that we should decide. Accordingly, we have to make a plan we have to see what are the resources available with us so that we can achieve the good quality of a program. Then we have to understand the whole process, whole whatever we want to follow, that we should understand. We should determine that what training is needed for that performing that process to our employees, and we should provide that training to the each and every personnel who is responsible for, who is involved in the process of maintaining the quality of a product. Next, we are developing the management system documentation. We are maintaining the documentation of all the process whatever we are going to follow. We are actually implementing the quality management system. After implementation, the pre-assessment audit means internal audit is done, in which we are checking that what we are doing and what we actually should do, whether it matches or not, and if everything is going all right, then last step is the certification. So this is the process of ISO 9000 registration. In the next video we will study the point ISO 14000. Thank you.